Designating Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization. Section 1. This is from whitehouse.gov, which just came out a couple hours ago. So Section 1, Antifa is a terrorist threat. Antifa is a militarist, anarchist enterprise that explicitly calls for the overthrow of the United States government, law enforcement authorities, and our system of law. It uses illegal means to organize and execute a campaign of violence and terrorism nationwide to accomplish these goals. This campaign involves coordinated efforts to obstruct enforcement of federal laws through armed standoffs with law enforcement, organized riots, violent assaults on immigration and custom enforcement and other law enforcement officers, and routine doxing of and other threats against political figures and activists. Antifa recruits, trains, and radicalizes young Americans to engage in this violence and suppression of political activity, then employs elaborate means and mechanisms to shield the identities of its operatives, conceal its funding sources and operations in an effort to frustrate law enforcement and recruit additional members. Individuals associated with and acting on behalf of Antifa further coordinate with other organizations and entities for the purpose of spreading, fomenting, and advancing political violence and suppressing lawful political speech. This organized effort designed to achieve policy objectives by coercion and intimidation is domestic terrorism. Section 2, designation as a domestic terrorist organization. Because of the aforementioned pattern of political violence designed to suppress lawful political activity and obstruct the rule of law, I hereby designate Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization. A little late. All relevant executive departments and agencies shall utilize all applicable authorities to investigate, disrupt, and dismantle any and all illegal operations, especially those involving terrorist actions conducted by Antifa or any person claiming to act on behalf of Antifa, or for which Antifa or any person claiming to act on behalf of Antifa provided material support, including necessary investigatory and prosecutorial actions against those who fund such operations. This order shall be implemented consistent with applicable law. This order is not intended to and does not create any right or benefit, substantive or procedural, enforceable at law or in equity by any party against the United States, its departments, agencies, or entities, or its officers, employees, agents, or any other person. Signed, Donald J. Trump, September 22nd, 2025. Now, this is actually something, if I remember correctly, he originally said something about this in like 2018, 2017, during his first term, if I remember correctly.
I really wish he did this a while ago before listening to Sean Hannity when he said, hey, just let them burn down the country. It'll be good for elections.
Summer of Love. Yeah, remember that. Uh-oh. Did the thing not pop up? Where'd it go? Unbelievable. The anime chick didn't pop up. Terrible. But no, remember, during the Summer of Love, after the George Floyd, he went to fentanyl withdrawals or whatever happened with him. But after that incident, the Summer of Love, burning down businesses and all that sort of stuff. But they will still try to tell you with a straight face that most political violence comes from the right.
By the way, was it over 30 people killed during the Summer of Love? Millions of dollars in property damage, and multiple verifiable cases of left-wing political violence that weren't counted as political violence. All super
but
cool
like
things.
Those don't matter. Those are like less important or something because my side did them. I think that's how that works.
Yeah. And then you have people saying, "Oh, but don't say mean things to these people. Why are we supporting and defending those who would never do so for us?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as Palmetto says, billions of dollars, not millions. Yeah.
You're right. That is the one part of that statement that was wrong.
I think it was $2.1 billion as recorded by the insurance agencies.
Copper Tom Purdue says Valhalla or George went to Fethala. Yeah. Which I think George just came up on, like, what was it, 6 years sober? I mean, not an easy thing to do.
God bless.
What's that link you just sent me, Richard?
Just what's been going on outside of ICE facilities as a result of the
deportations.
Yep, and this is what resulted in Antifa
today with the
being
protesters and these ICE agents.
designated
Now,
a
DHS
terrorist
says that it was the
organization.
protesters who first threw the tear gas at them, and that's why they responded with tear gas of their own. However, I have to tell you from our vantage point, we could not confirm that. I went back and I scrubbed through video to try to tell where that originated, but we just couldn't from our vantage point where we were on the ground. But right now, it is much calmer than it has been throughout the rest of the day. The group of protesters is dwindling, but they share their experience during those clashes this morning.
If you
We're
scroll
out here
down a
just
little
trying to
bit, you
stop.
see the gay Mexicans that are, and when I say that, it's quite literally the gay
Yeah.
Mexican flag. And this is in Chicago, and they are,
Of course.
yeah, they are macing cops. And
Yeah,
and
so I saw somebody was like, yeah, federal agents shouldn't be dressed like this because it was a federal agent, all black, balaclava, like you couldn't even see his eyes. And then it's like, yeah, federal agents shouldn't have to dress like that to not feel for
Doxing
their.
them though.
Yeah,
Well,
and
what
they're
I
calling for violence against them, posting their home address. These people have families.
yes, and what I find incredibly ironic is California tried to pass a resolution stating that officers are no longer allowed to wear masks. It's now a crime if the officers wear masks, whereas just 5 years ago or 4 years ago, they passed a resolution stating that it's a crime for officers to not wear masks because it's endangering the public health.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it allows them, or doesn't allow them to do their job. Right. It's just part of PPE in 2025, unfortunately. But remember, guys, if you believe in immigration or whatnot, you're like a fascist or something.
I also sent you something on Discord, Focus.
Oh. What is this this individual that I'm looking at?
Somebody who seconds before was pepper sprayed and was trying to block an ICE vehicle.
Yes, this is the
Funnily enough, she might have the mass to block an ICE vehicle.
well. They threw her flat on her mass when she was trying to block it, and
It's
it was a
probably
couple
probably been a long time before she's been handled roughly by a man. Just saying, she is the roadblock, indeed.
Biggest speed bump you ever did see.
These people from kidnapping people and moving them around, there's very little.
Deporting, right? These people are criminals in your country, illegal. You're not kidnapping them. You're transporting them legally to a detention facility where they can get prosecuted and extradited to wherever they need to go.
We're
Accountability or
also given
information
the
on what's going
option to
on.
go by themselves.
Yeah, if you chose to come here illegally, and many of these people commit other crimes as well, which is why they're after these people specifically, and you need to go back.
giving them the option to go back
We were
on their
just
own is
out
great.
front. They hit me in the
Because
face
it
with a
gives
pepper
them the
ball. They
option
shot
to
me in the
avoid the
face.
charges.
Agents from the rooftop of this Broadview ICE processing facility fired multiple rounds of pepper balls throughout the day Friday, making it hard to breathe and causing burning eyes to disperse the crowd when the protesters got too close. They also used tear gas Friday morning amid scuffles with protesters. ICE Commander Greg Bovino shouted orders seen without a mask on, unlike most of the other agents. Activists have vowed to be here in Broadview every
Bro, there was an Asian guy among the ICE facility. I mean, they're Asian
Friday
fascists
during
now?
Operation
Unbelievable.
Midway Blitz. They want this facility shut down. It's currently being used as a processing center, according to DHS, for those arrested during the operation. But it's not clear how many people are in here, as information has not been forthcoming, which is why some Chicago aldermen want it shut down.
Four congresspeople.
I'm so anti-fascist.
Man versus
I'm
car.
gonna slap this. I want to watch that again. Actually, I'm gonna violently slap this car.
And has not been forthcoming, which is why some Chicago aldermen want it shut down.
Four congresspeople came here in June and they were denied entrance,
Open
even
hand
though they're
slapping the
legally
hood of a
supposed to be
SUV.
able to inspect this facility. These facilities
Really
are not
great.
safe. They need to be shut down, and Governor Pritzker and the mayor of Broadview should work together to shut down this facility as soon as we can.
I think
Yes,
we
the
should deport you too. I don't even care if you're a citizen. Get out of here.
What kind of American are you? Remember, this is what's standing you in between you and Valhalla right here. It's this lady. this is the greatest threat that we face on a day-to-day basis. Is this lady? People like this.